No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
The pregnant princess of the woodland realm, in jail. Luckily, the reporter's got problems of his own to deal with right now. Hey, psst, you there. Do you know a rat called Remy de Dumas?
You're Ivo, aren't you?
Do we know one another?
I followed Uncle Remy and hid while you were having all those banquets and receptions. You were there, and Wilbur, Captain Nate, and the Critter, and Archmage Alistair. It was all very festive.
Can you fetch Wilbur or Remy so they can rescue me?
I can rescue you. I'm in the Resistance.
Yeah, of course, but perhaps your uncle...
He's on a mission, but fortunately, there's a rat here who can help a princess in need.
Differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders.
All right. This fire is lit every night. Mr. Shieldhand used to enjoy grilling sausages on it. Well, all that stopped since he lost one of his dimensions. I wonder what he does when it rains. A couple of bits of charred wood have fallen through the grill. I'll take one.
No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
The symbol of the Resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
How much longer is this gonna go on?
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
That might work. If Mr. Shieldhand had the symbol of the rebels stuck to his back, I'm sure he'd try and get rid of it as quickly as possible. But I can't just stroll up there and stick it on his back. If he sees me, it'll take just one strike and I'm down for the count. Time to turn Mr. Shieldhand into an advertising figurehead for the Resistance.
That's not quite straight either. Try again. What the? What is it? Hey, Fox, is there something on my back? Can you see anything?
Oh, yeah. I can see something, all right.
What is it? Is there something stuck to me?
Now, what would the council leader say if her very own town guard was making propaganda for the rebels?
Propaganda? But I haven't...
Don't worry. I'll get it off. It might sting a little bit.
But no!
Stop that resistance sympathiser!
There are 3 keys on the town guard's keyring. One of them should be for the door to the guardhouse, the others for the cells. This is the second time I've had to rescue one of the big heroes of Avantasia. Timmy Mousevich, hero rescuer. Ivo, I've got the key.
Really? Well done.
Can you reach it?
No, but I've got a blanket in here which I can rip into strips. Right, that's sorted.
Wow, you're really fat.
I'm pregnant. somehow. Where are Wilbur and the others?
In the underground. I'll let them know you're here.
But where? Oh. That crane's new. Seastone's merchants have been very creative where business is concerned. Someone once wanted to sell me a license for an apple. They didn't want the apple to belong to me, just the right to eat it. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have ended well had I agreed to that. Presumably all these goods were delivered, or at least ordered, before Van Buren assumed power. I can't imagine any sane airship captain would dream of flying into Seastone right now.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Working late, are we?
A merchant's work is never done. Now, if you don't mind, I'm off on holiday. We don't get many walk-in customers nowadays. We concentrate primarily on production. But when I get back, I'm going to talk to the council leader about opening up new markets.
And these are tribbles that you're selling?
Fresh off the press, so to speak. The management's efforts have optimized production decisively.
Then one just needs to find someone who wants something like that.
I'm working on that. In my opinion, every school kid in the land needs a magic slate like this. I'm going to speak to the council leader of the merchants about that.
What did you say? Where's the entrance to the underground?
I didn't say anything, and you've got no business down there.
And where exactly have those fluffy things been manufactured?
Not in the underground.
And this privy doesn't lead there?
No.
Then may I use it? Or is the flush not working?
I don't know anything about any underground. I just want to earn an honest crust. Why does everyone seem to have a problem with that? I'm taking these ghastly things to the school, then I'm out of here.
A great disguise for the secret entrance to the underground. No one would be keen to know where the things plopped into a privy would disappear to. And the merchant was in such a fluster that he forgot the padlock. Hello? Anybody there?
Ivo! Is that you?
Wilbur? What on earth have you been up to?
Well, you see, it's like this. And then he didn't pull us up. And then Timmy came and said you were in town. And then you called out, Wilbur! And I...
Thanks, I'm fully informed now. It's a pretty long story.
Yeah, but exciting too, right? And sometimes funny and a bit sad and...
What's the next step? How are we going to change the Archmage back?
So, actually, I wanted to, someone else should...
Wilbur was going to run away.
What?
Run away? Well, not really.
Of course not. We can't simply leave the town to this dreadful Van Buren. And from what we know, it's likely Munkus is sneaking around here as well.
So what do we do?
First, I'm going to get you up here, I guess. Then we can work out together how to rescue the Archmage.
But Remy's right. As long as the wand still exists, there's no way we can defeat Van Buren.
Master Alistair will know what to do.
Don't rely on me. Rely on yourselves and on your friends.
What? You have to speak up.
That's what the Archmage always said. Remy believed him. That's why he took the matter into his own hands.
What's happened to Remy?
He's relying on me. I'll follow him and we'll find a way to destroy the wand. You pull the zombies and Nate up, and then come up with something for the Archmage. Maybe we can also help one another a little. Maybe we can use the basket to exchange items and talk to each other through the hole.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Go get Esther, Gulliver. Time for some fresh air.
I don't know how to thank you, Wilbur.
It's all right.
Our second child will definitely be called Wilbur. What do you say, Nate? Want to see the stars?
You wait here, Timmy.
But I can help.
You sure can. If you hear terrified screams coming from the hole, then think of something.
You are going to find Uncle Remy, aren't you?
Of course. The rope has served me well twice already. Maybe it'll hold up for a third time, too. Okay. The time had to come sooner or later. Ah! Oh, hello?
Another one.
For years no one visits, and now all this activity.
I have something to do up top. See you later.
The ugly dwarf turned and made to leave that sinister place.
Hey, I'm not a dwarf, I'm a gnome. Mum says I'm a handsome little fella too.
He said defensively, but this did not impress the darkness much. Next, the dwarf said,
Who are you? And why don't you come into the light so I can see you?
We can't.
Well, we could, but we just don't want to. We are gods. We can do anything.
You're gods?
He froze, as if struck by a bolt of lightning, whilst the implications of this danced wildly around his head.
Actually, no, not really.
But you must. You are speaking to gods.
What exactly are implications?
Hey, two cannibals are eating a clown, and one says to the other, he tastes a bit funny.
Oh, do be quiet. I'm trying to create atmosphere here.
Isn't it about time for a riddle?
Not that I have anything against creepy voices from the dark, but maybe we could have a little light here?
Why is it dark? And what could you do to make it light?
The young hero stood in a beam of light, surrounded by the deepest darkness, and the voices said,
Two trolls look up into the night sky. One asks the other, what do you think? Is there life on the moon? And the other replies, well, of course! There's a light on, isn't there?
Ugh.
Fantastic.
If you're gods, then can't you just say something like, let there be light, and it gets all bright in here?
Two trolls are looking up into the night sky, and one says to the other, what do you think? Is there life on the moon?
Not again.
Of course we could create some light. Or it could simply just be light in this cave. But where's the challenge in that?
But
Said the little dwarf,
why does everything always have to be so complicated?
and stamped his foot on the ground.
Say what?
You have to stamp your foot on the ground.
What kind of gods are you?
Well, we are...
Wait! He has to create light first.
Did a rat in a hat pass through here?
asked the gnome in a brave voice. He, however, didn't know at this point that he would be leaving the caves without his friend.
You know something about Remy?
That's what one calls foreshadowing. It's a device used to keep the audience entertained.
Showing something other than complete darkness might also be helpful.
He's got to solve the riddle first.
So what's with Remy? Was he here? Where did he go?
Oh, I've got another one. One politician says to the other, I don't know why no one likes us. We don't do anything.
And what exactly has that got to do with the story?
Thank you for the conversation. I'll look around a bit.
Not without any light.
Hey, two cannibals are eating a clown, and one says to the other, he tastes a bit funny.
That joke, I think you told it earlier.
That's absolutely no reason for not repeating it again and again and again.
Hey, it's a good one.
Up's even worse than down.
Wilbur, have you found Uncle Remy?
Not yet, but I'm working on it. It looks like the Van Buren's girls' abominations have even found their way down here. Someone with taste couldn't bear to have this stuff around any longer and threw it away. Mostly toys. And, oh, What's this? A hand mirror. I'm going to take it with me. Could come in handy somewhere. Without Gulliver, Esther, and Nate, everything down here looks even more desolate. The three of them took everything really important up with them. And Ethel still has a watchful eye on the rest. Probably best if I leave everything as it is. Hi, Ethel.
Ooh, you always have this habit of creeping up on me.
You and Esther did a great job with that fluffy paint. Although, I'm still not sure I understand it all.
What's so difficult to understand? Yellow and blue give you green, pink and fluffy give you fluffy pink.
There's a colour called fluffy.
Fluffy jumpers are dyed with it. Many wash powders are made almost entirely of fluffy. Oh, young people today, absolutely clueless with regards to alchemy.
You and Esther got along well together, didn't you?
Surprisingly, yes. Didn't want to eat me or anything like that. Nice person. Gone now. I'll miss her.
You could visit her sometime.
Lots to do. But, yes, maybe.
I followed Remy down into the dark hole.
Ooh, what's it like?
Dark.
Then you need to sort out some light. Chop, chop.
I have to be going, Ethel.
If you need stew, you know where to find me.
Ivo?
What? I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Thanks. Monkus has completely disappeared since the fight in the staff room. Do you think he's still in town?
Yes, I fear so. Like flies to Arbor's pot, dark sorcerers are attracted to power. A little girl with seemingly unlimited magic. He'll try anything to exploit that.
And he can transform himself into anyone. Be careful about whom you trust up there.
Who says he's up here? He could be down there with you. We must both keep our eyes peeled.
I have to get going. Don't get caught.
Good luck. Keep your ears stiff. I get the impression they would go through thick and thin together. They simply belong together. I'm really envious of that. Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
I've not had the pleasure of making your acquaintance yet. My name's Ivo. Welcome to Seastone.
My name is Gulliver. This is my enchanting lotus blossom, Esther. Our son down there with the ogre is called Nate.
Nate?
Nate, yes. Named after a true hero and good friend. It was down to him that Esther and I got together back then in the Wildlands.
About Nate. You haven't seen him recently, have you?
Unfortunately not. We would have loved to have had him at our wedding, but he suddenly disappeared.
I'm sure he's out there in the big wide world, helping other lovers find the happiness they deserve.
But he left his love behind in the process.
Do you know him?
That deceitful hypocrite who disappeared in the middle of the night with no explanation and leaving me standing there like an idiot of a pirate? No, I don't know him. Not anymore. It's not safe for you here in Seastone. Not for anyone.
I know, but where else can we go? Zombies and the undead aren't really welcome anywhere.
People think that we eat their brains. Let's be honest, they really don't taste of anything.
Ew. Well, perhaps you'd be better off in the Wildlands. There are loads of people like you there.
Why do we have to go? Just because other people have a problem with us? That's not fair.
Wilbur talked about the machine that you built together. Maybe you can bring it up here and build slates for yourself when everything's returned to normal.
I don't think so. Only Bill knows where to get the intelligent stone. And he'd claim I've stolen his idea. He can afford ghouls. Worse, lawyers. Anyway, where am I going to get the gold? Who would even lend me a copper piece?
Don't give up, sunshine. Small setbacks are a part of death.
Esther's right. Those who fight may lose, but those who don't fight have lost already.
Says the young, pretty and rich elf princess.
I've got to go now. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye.
From celebrated hero to enemy of the state number 0.5. Steep career path for Wilbur. If I do my job right, then soon I'm going to be an enemy of the state. And looking at this regime, I'd regard that as an honour. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Let's go in. What the? You could have hit me.
Yeah, whatever. No one's allowed to enter the school as long as the council leader's away.
Council Leader Van Buren has asked me to get something from her office for her.
She didn't tell me. She only told me to knock the head off anyone who tries to get in here while she's away.
Oh, presumably she forgot to mention it. She'll be very angry if I don't bring her what she requested.
Angry with you, not with me.
Oh, somebody's really on the ball here. And really decisive. Well done.
Yeah, no problem for a professional like me.
Oh, I'll mention that in my report.
What report?
Oh, I'm not really permitted to tell you, but let's just say a positive evaluation should give your career a boost.
But I'm exactly where I want to be.
Really?
Sure, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
You really must have a ball every day harassing people.
A smart guy like me can really make good in this world.
But you're destined for greater things. Go out there and prove it.
I could, but I don't wanna. Let everyone else bumble around if they wanna. They always come crawling back asking for help at some point. And I just say, deal with your own shit, you bumblers. Ha!
Oh, what a delightful conversation.
Well, it's no surprise you liked it. Conversations with the one and only Grumder Klimpus are always a laugh. It was rather disappointing for me. But you did your best.
I can't risk starting a fight with the troll. Yeah, I could get past him, but he might follow me and wake up half the town in the process. Annoyingly, I can't trick him either. He's just too stupid for that. This is Nate. His name isn't his fault. I'll try to be nice to him. Hello, Nate. Are you interested in these toys then?
He says, finally I know where all the rubbish comes from.
You can understand him.
It's quite obvious what he thinks of this junk. I think he says one could also build something useful out of all this. He's an inventor.
A two-headed ogre. Rather rare and pretty complicated, anatomically speaking. Good evening, gentlemen.
Mademoiselle.
Fat elf!
My name is Ivo, and you are?
Not Princess Ivo from the Woodland Realm.
Yep, that's me.
It's an honor, Your Highness. Although, considering the current situation, perhaps you shouldn't tell everyone who you are.
I still don't know your name, kind sir.
Oh, excuse me, Your Serene Highness.
Please, call me Ivo.
My name is Zloff. That's my brother, Blout.
Blout?
Perhaps you could explain to me what's happened here. You're a mage, right, Zloff?
Mage? Me? No.
Why Zloff always say that? Zloff is mage.
Not after what happened to the other mages in this town.
What's happened?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. But I've definitely given up magic, and therefore I am no longer a mage.
A friend of mine who's active in the non-existent resistance has to somehow illuminate a big cave.
I'm no longer a mage and have nothing to do with the resistance. And Because I'm no longer a mage, I don't need my magical equipment anymore. Like, for example, this clicker, which can capture starlight.
Good job that you aren't a mage anymore. Now I can give this thing to my friend, who's not on a wanted list and who's also not in the Resistance, which also doesn't even exist.
Why talk so strange? Something not right here.
You're much too suspicious, dear Blout.
Nice shop, but a bit unusual.
Candy floss, puppies, chocolate, baby dolls.
It's dreadful. We had such a lovely inn. Subdued lighting, smoky air, and lots of alcohol. And now...
Lollies! New inn! Lollies!
A whole building has been transformed permanently. A little girl shouldn't have the power to do that. How does she do it?
I, don't know what you mean.
Are you expiring?
You what?
Blout should tell council leader if people expire.
You're spying for the council leader?
Blout's afraid the merchant council leader's daughter might turn him into a little girl with pigtails if he doesn't cooperate with her mother.
We shouldn't give away that daughter does magic. You're expiring.
No, Blout, we're not.
Then that's okay. Sloth?
Yes, Blout.
What is expiring?
Blout, I don't think you should spy for Van Buren. She's bad news. Surely you can see that?
Blout not want to spy, but Blout not want to be changed into bunny rabbit.
I was all for fleeing, but Blout wanted to stay and hide.
Quite difficult, given your size.
Blout bought disguise. No one recognised Blout.
Maybe not, but what about me?
Have you still got the disguise you were going to use to hide from the council leader?
Still got.
Would you give it to me?
You want hide from council lady? You conceiving?
No, I just want to secure the disguise and hand it in at the school.
Otherwise, the rebels could get hold of the disguise, Blout. Do you want to be responsible for a rebel disguising themselves with your outfit?
No! Blout, good little boy. Here, take.
Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, Princess.
Right then, capture starlight. That is beautiful. Wilbur?
Yes?
I've captured a bit of starlight for you. That should make your light problems a thing of the past.
Really? Wow! Got it!
There's a fully grown troll with an axe in the entrance hall of the school, and he won't let me into the staff room. Is there another way into the school?
If we had some fireplace travel powder, you could get into the staff room through the fireplace.
Fireplace? I'm sure there isn't a fireplace in there. Presumably it's now a doll's house or something.
Maybe the fireplace in the library's still okay.
Worth a try. Just missing the powder now.
It's on the headmaster's desk.
Which brings us back to the start of our problem.
Yep, that's about the size of it.
That's all for now.
See you later. Wow!
Oh, that's bright.
I can see.
By God, you got old.
You're only statues.
We are gods, trapped in statues. That, by the way, is a very exciting story.
Could someone help me up? Thank you.
Hey, all this light reminds me of a joke. Two trolls look up into the night sky. One asks the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?" And the other replies, "Well, of course! There's a light on, isn't there?"
Maybe you could just lie him face down in the sand.
So you're gods in statues? Did someone imprison you?
And so it came to pass that the young hero encountered the epic story, which...
The statues depict us. They are our last refuge.
I always thought gods lived somewhere up in the sky in really stylish cloud palaces.
I have lived in many temples, all of which were dedicated to me. The faithful met in them, discussing and answering the most difficult of questions. And they all paid homage to me, the god of riddles.
And then you were forgotten and ate sand for a few centuries.
That one calls himself Jerry, the god of bad jokes.
The god of humor?
That is Avini, goddess of the arts, and I am...
Hypnis, the chatterbox.
The god of good stories.
One picture speaks more than 1,000 words.
Hello,
said the young hero, and then asked the decisive question.
I've always liked stories, especially the story of the knight Ni as he rode out to slay the evil dragon.
Yes, one of my finest.
You wrote the knight Ni story?
I wrote all stories, so to speak. Boy falls in love with girl, hooker with a heart, happy ending, all my inventions. Everything since is just variations on a theme, really.
Wow.
I also invented the words and, wide, and jam, as well as the letters E, Q, and L. Oh, and the Oxford comma. The last has, however, not been accepted by the majority.
I still don't understand why you're here and not somewhere beautiful instead. I mean, you're gods. Can't you do whatever you want?
Of course we can. Well, theoretically.
In reality, though, no one has believed in us for a long while. Do you know how gods are created, young man?
I thought all of the gods had always been there.
Nah.
We get our power by people believing in us. It can be a great power. A power that can move mountains and flare up conflict.
But if no one believes in you anymore, nothing remains.
Our temples were destroyed centuries ago or rededicated to other more bloodthirsty gods. These 4 statues are all that remain. If they disappear, we, like our religion, will cease to exist.
I have to go,
he said, and went out into the world. A short while later, he said,
What's up with this creepily decorated alcove? Is there a statue missing here?
I wouldn't say missing.
Where there is light, there is shade. Where there is good, there must also be evil. The nameless one was probably the most powerful amongst us. Whenever anyone did anything evil, people believed that it was his fault.
Oh, and because everyone believed in him?
He became more and more powerful. It was simple for everyone. They could blame all their bad deeds on him.
Where is he now?
They banished him to the dungeon dimension. It's probably the greatest story of all time.
That will be told another time. He was banished, and many small gods were put in his place. Murphy, the god of stupid coincidences. Monday, the god of bad moods. Alki, the god of drunkenness.
Hundreds, thousands of little gods that people could blame when they did something bad or stupid.
That's Remy's shrinking ring. That means he was here. Remy! This lake looks weird. The water is so dark and somehow wrong.
Oh, it's real water.
That I could just swim to the island?
Oh, I wouldn't try that if I were you.
And if I build a raft and get myself a small rowing boat?
No boat can cross this lake, spoke the mighty voice of the highest of the gods. We can only explain to you how to get over the lake.
An island in the lake with the ruins of the creepiest temple I've ever seen. Hi.
Hello, my young friend.
I think my friend Remy's on the island over there. How can I cross to it?
Now, it's quite simple.
No, it isn't. First, he's got to answer some riddles.
Oh, we've already done with the light. Can't we simply get on with the story now?
Previously, people honored us, gave us offerings, erected temples.
I can't build you a temple.
No, but you can honor us, so that we will bestow our favor upon you.
You are, awesome.
How pitiful.
You must give each of us an offering, or fulfill for each of us one wish. Or something like that.
Yes, and only when you've won over 3 of us will we reveal how you can cross the dark water safely.
People, gods, whatever you are, this isn't a game. Remy may be in danger.
When he is in the temple of the Nameless One, for sure.
Another reason for you to hurry. Chop chop, mortal. Win our favor.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. My vote would be to get the story moving again.
We agreed that he has to complete a task for each of us.
But you don't know what happens on the island. It will be very exciting and very emotional. Oscar-worthy.
What's happening on the island?
Down here, riddles must be solved if you want to get any further. Just like in the good old days.
Okay then. A task. Tell me a story.
That's hardly a suitable task.
Storytelling is not easy. It has to be a creative, exciting story that meets my exacting standards. Come on, gnome. Think up a story to knock us off our feet.
An archaeologist who just barely escapes a huge stone ball. He receives an unexpected visit from 13 dwarves.
Aha! Gripping storyline, exciting characters. The first act is complete. What are the further developments and climax going to be?
Yes, well, then next he meets a man who shows him a red pill and a blue pill. Then later, he crosses the streams with his friends and so can defeat the ghosts.
And then, the twist.
So it was a dream. In a dream. In a dream.
Ah! Very original.
But...
You've got my support, my young friend.
So, 1 god down, 2 to go. If you're the god of puzzles, I have a serious bone to pick with you.
Why?
Why does everything have to be so complicated? An unlocked chest? Someone who just helps? For free? Is that too much to ask for?
Nothing worth having in this world simply falls into your lap.
Yes, but chess puzzles to open doors? Complicated machines in submerged temples, machines that must have been completely pointless when the temples were still in operation.
I agree. This is all just a distraction from the story.
I don't know what the problem is. Doing a little dance to create a flash of lightning? That's brilliant.
I guess the only way to gain your favour is by performing a strange set of tasks.
No tasks. Riddles. That's all that matters to me. If you ask me a question I can't answer, you win my favour.
That sounds familiar.
My first riddle for you goes like this. What has roots nobody can see, towers beyond the tallest tree, never grows to get this high, but reaches up towards the sky?
Roots that nobody sees, higher than a tree, but never growing. A mountain. Could be a mountain.
It is a mountain. Well done. Now, it's your turn. Ask me a question. If I can't answer it, you have won my favor.
What have I got in my pockets is?
Some bits of fluff and... a ring? A shrinking ring, to be precise. A mirror. A magical device that some people call a clicker. And no, that's all.
Wow, impressive.
Yep. Yes, god of riddles, all-knowing and almighty. Nice to meet you. My turn. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still.
30 white on a red hill. Teeth? Teeth!
Well, I never. That's correct. Clever little fellow. Your turn.
What is the answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything?
41.5.
Are you absolutely sure?
Of course, I am the god of riddles. I'm absolutely all-knowing. Others may get their sums wrong, not I.
But...
My turn. Voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, mouthless mutters.
Screaming, flying, biting, muttering and whistling? That's obvious. The wind.
Oh, all right, yes. But that was easy. Your turn. Do your worst.
If you're all-knowing and all-powerful, can you think of a question that is so difficult that even you can't answer it?
Of course. I can do anything.
But if you're all-knowing, you would know the answer to every question.
Of course I know.
Here's the deal. You give me your favor, and we'll just drop the troublesome topic of omniscience completely.
With that, the actual task which I set, without your knowledge, has been mastered. You have won my favor, pedantic mortal.
And that's 2 gods in the bag. Yoo-hoo!
Oh, young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
The god of humor! Wow! Sounds like you'd have a lot to laugh about.
Oh, of course! It'd be a sorry state of affairs if I didn't.
It is really bad if one constantly has to hear the same joke told time and time and time again.
Oh, you just haven't got a sense of humor. Listen. One politician says to the other, I don't know why no one likes us. We don't do anything. or do you know the one?
Yes, we know it.
Party poopers.
As you're in such a good mood, you'll help me get to the island, right?
Oh, comedians always have a dark side. It's not easy making everyone else laugh.
And what do you know about that?
I am the god of humor. I invented badumtus.
Yes, only so that people will know when they have to laugh.
Oh, yeah? 2 cannibals are eating a clown. One says to the other, he tastes a bit funny. Eh? Eh?
Ha! Ha 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 ha, that was new.
You see? Yeah, it's a tough business making people roll in the aisles. You lot just don't realize that because you've never tried it yourself. Hey, that's it! That's the task I'll set you, mortal! Make me laugh!
You want me to tell you a joke?
One that's so funny, it makes my stomach ache with laughter. Oh, it'll have to be a right royal rib tickler.
The art? Is that like when you make a face out of macaroni and glue it to some paper?
Art is everywhere. There is nothing in this world that isn't art. That's why I'm the most important goddess here.
The world consists of stories.
Now, you both know the world would be terribly dull without a good laugh.
Every time a painter picks up his brush, a sculptor his chisel, or a bard his lute, they are singing my praises.
The painters and sculptors sing too?
Leave it, Gnome. She's not so good with words.
And what do I have to do to gain your favor?
Well, you don't appear to have a cup of wine on you. Can you dance?
Of course.
Okay, my first request, don't. And don't ever think about dancing again. Painting, sculpture, music. How do you fare in these arts?
To be honest, I'm a cracking dancer, but I'm rubbish at everything else.
Then best leave art to the professionals, like myself. I would love to sing again, but I really can't remember what the notes sound like. Bring me a tuning fork or something of that kind. When I hear the notes, I'm sure it would all come flooding back to me.
Timmy,
Yeah?
do you know any good jokes, Timmy?
Is this really an appropriate time for jokes?
I need a good joke to get your uncle out of the temple. It's a long story.
I've kinda got one. What do us rats like playing most? Hide and squeak.
Not bad.
Well, it's not funny, because it's true.
Hi, Ethel.
Ooh, you always have this habit of creeping up on me.
Don't ask why, but you have to tell me a good joke.
Two hydrocarbons meet. One says, hi. The other answers, ah, go away, you're substituted.
Come on, tell me a joke.
That, was one. Old alchemist joke.
I don't get it.
If you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the condensate.
No need to insult me. I'm dead serious. I need a joke.
Your mother is so ugly, not even fluorine would combine with her.
Now you're even insulting my mother. I just want you to tell me a joke.
Oh, something like, so this cannibal cook says to the captive, can you please whistle when the water boils?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know any jokes like that.
Oh well, then I'll use the one with the carbon thingy. I have to be going, Ethel.
If you need stew, you know where to find me.
But with Remy's shrinking ring I could fit. A lot of the stuff here is made out of this smooth, shiny material. I don't know what it is, but I do know I find it kind of eerie. I wouldn't want to run into this doll in the dark. The doll has a ring on its back. I wonder if you...
Love me.
Not again.
I've done a poo-poo. Shall we sing a song?
Professor Weathervane?
It's not what it looks like.
So you're not trying to liberate the frog?
So, well, maybe there is something to it. You're not calling for help.
It is my duty.
I didn't transform the Archmage. I hope you know that.
Of course I know that. The very idea is... Archmage Alistair was Professor, Doctor of Magic. You are just a graduate mage and not even a real teacher. It's completely implausible that someone like you could defeat the Archmage in a duel.
Thanks.
It was Chantal van Buren. She cast a spell on him with that cursed wand, just like she's done with everything else, right?
That's right.
But how does she do it? It's impossible for a little girl to have such power.
We believe that she...
Stop. I don't want to know. I'm a loyal civil servant. I work for the council leader. The less knowledge I need to conceal from her, the better.
Please, Headmaster. You could do so much good. You could start by taking the chains off the jar.
Betray my mistress? Never. However, well, it's time to call it a day. I will lock the door and admonish the guard troll to be vigilant. But the fact that I've seen a gnome here, perhaps I'll forget to mention that.
That's very kind of you.
I shall have to write a negative evaluation in my own file for this. Good evening, Professor, and good luck. Lock yourself. No one is to get into the office, you hear?
Whew, that could have backfired badly. Being rat-sized isn't all it's cracked up to be. What a hideous creature! Better not get too close to the monster. It might have a taste for gnomes. If I have to. Parents often say, it looks like a bomb exploded here. Usually it's just an exaggeration, but here it might actually be the case. It's an old model. I wonder if...
Welcome back, Professor Weathervane.
It's my old slate! The traitorous thing!
I only do what I'm programmed to do. All evil is on your side of the screen, not mine.
Who ordered you to deceive me?
Username, Monkus Rules 1337.
I see! I'll take you with me, but don't get any big ideas about me trusting you again. Pretty thick chains, and I suspect Van Buren enchanted them to protect them against an open spell. We'll get you out of there, Archmage Alistair. We just have to find a way to get rid of the chains. This time, I'm just going to take the whole tin. It's for a good cause. Ivo?
What?
Do you know any good jokes, Ivo?
Are you kidding me?
Is that, are you kidding me, of course I know good jokes, or are you kidding me, how should I know any good jokes?
Are you pulling my leg? Why, in the name of all the gods, do you want me to tell you a joke?
Funny you should mention gods. They are involved. One in particular. Could you please just ask around? I need a really good joke, one that can make a stone statue of a god laugh.
Of course.
Thanks. I have a doll for you.
What do I want with a doll?
What am I supposed to do with it?
Why did you take it if you didn't need it?
It gives me the willies. So I thought to myself, you'd better take it with you.
That makes no sense at all.
Do you, want it or not? I have the magic slate, Ivo. It will get you into the staff room.
Just put it in the basket.
Don't trust the slate, though. It should only say the code, and that's it.
Got it.
I borrowed a box of fireplace travel powder from the headmaster's desk.
Brilliant. I can really do with that. Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
Don't ask me why, but Wilbur wants to learn a few good jokes. Do you know any?
But of course. After being examined, the patient asks, "Doctor, is there anything you can do for me?" To which the doctor replies, "Certainly, I'll prescribe you a couple of mud baths." "And they'll help?" "Of course," the doctor says. "It'll help you to get used to the feeling of being buried."
Oh, I still remember the damp earth. For a long time, I thought if only you'd let yourself be cremated.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I've got to go now. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Sloth. Blout.
Ah, Princess Ivo.
This might seem a little bit weird, but could you please tell me a joke?
Why weird? A joke can lift the spirits in times of great adversity.
No joke, no joke.
Oh, Blout, your jokes are always so lewd.
That's why good jokes. Two statues stand in park, face each other for hundreds of years. One be young man, other be young woman. Both is naked.
Here we go again.
Then God appear. He says, I grant you biggest wish. Both can leave plinth for 1 hour. Both disappear in bushes, rustling, whispering, giggling. Man pants, 10 minutes left. She reply, okay, now you hold pigeon and I sit on it.
Princess? Really?
Oh, apologies. You don't happen to have another joke for me, do you?
No, lots more jokes with naked people.
The princess doesn't want to hear them. Anyway, you've already had your turn. Now I will tell a real joke. Ahem. The town guard asks the mage head of a 2-headed ogre, so you deny breaking a fence post in 2 on your brother's head? To which the ogre replies, I can't deny that, but I didn't do it on purpose. So you didn't intend to hit him? Oh, I did, but I didn't intend to break the fence post in the process.
Not find very funny.
Of course it's funny.
Thanks very much for the joke, Sloth. I will endeavour to remember it.
You see.
Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, Princess.
Wilbur?
Yes?
I've never used fireplace travel powder before. How does it work?
You have to throw it in a fire. And then you walk into the flames and concentrate hard on the symbols of the fireplace in which you want to come out.
Aha. And those are?
The icons on the fireplace in the library, you know.
I've never been there. Have you not memorised them?
Of course. They were owl, worm and rat, I think.
You think?
I'm pretty sure. Unless it was a lion, polar bear and caterpillar. At least it wasn't eagle, mole and penguin, or was it?
All right, I'll give it a go. Blout's told me a joke, but it's a bit coarse.
Perhaps a god of humour likes that sort of thing. Tell me.
Okay. There are these 2 statues, and they've been standing in a park opposite each other for hundreds of years. A young man and a young woman, both naked. One day, a god appears and fulfills their greatest wish. They're allowed to leave their plinths for an hour. They immediately disappear into the bushes. There's rustling, whispering, giggling. Then the woman gasps, "We've only got 10 minutes left." And the young man replies, "Okay, let's switch positions. You get hold of the pigeon and I'll crap on it."
That's good. It's got gods and statues in it.
I've got this joke about a patient and a doctor.
Who would have thought? Tell me.
After being examined, the patient asks, "Doctor, can you help me?" The doctor replies, "Of course, I'm going to prescribe you a mud bath." "And it'll help?" asks the patient. "Of course," the doctor says. "It'll help you get used to the feeling of being buried." Is that a good joke?
I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
That's all for now.
See you later. I know a joke with statues and gods. I'm sure you'll like it.
Oh, that sounds good.
For hundreds of years, these 2 statues are in a park opposite each other. One is a young man, the other a young woman. Both are naked. So one day a god appears and grants them their greatest wish. They are permitted to leave their respective plinths for an hour. Both immediately disappear into the undergrowth. There's rustling, whispers, giggles. "We've still got 10 minutes, the young man gasps. And she replies, "Great, let's switch places. You hold the pigeon and I'll crap on it."
That was terrible. So predictable, so inelegant, so,
I thought that was very funny.
Me too.
Well, which once again proves how little you all know. No, I didn't laugh.
I have a joke.
Hit me.
This is a joke about a doctor and his patient. I think it's the only one of its kind. After being examined, the patient asks, "Doctor, can you help me?" The doctor replies, "Of course, I'm going to prescribe you a mud bath." "And it'll help?" asks the patient. Of course, the doctor says. It'll help you get used to the feeling of being buried.
That was even worse than the first one.
Come on, that was good.
Oh, sure. What does the god of humour know about jokes? Did you see me laughing? No.
So, I heard this joke.
I'm listening.
So, 2 pieces of coal. One says, hello, whereupon the other says, go away, you're substituted.
Are you sure that's how the joke goes?
I want to retract my contribution.
I thought you might.
I have another joke.
Right. Let's see if this one's any better.
I've one left.
All right, let's get this over and done with.
I know a joke. What do rats like playing most? Hide and squeak.
That wouldn't even bring a tired smile to the faces of your audience.
But...
Well, to an audience with a sense of humour. There's only one of them here, and he didn't laugh.
Well, I thought my jokes were good, and the others laughed.
Oh, that's irrelevant. I have to laugh.
But you only seem to laugh at your own jokes.
Because they're the best ones.
But that's... Wait a minute. 2 cannibals are eating a clown.
And what does one say to the other?
He tastes a bit funny.
He tastes a bit funny. Oh, he tastes a bit... Oh, because he's a clown. That was a good joke, my friend. You made me laugh. Oh, so now I'll aid you, mortal.
Unless I counted wrong, I've now done 3 of you a favour. So, how do I cross the water?
Walk.
Ha ha! You might be able to walk on water, but I can't.
And what about ice?
Ice?
Haven't you noticed how cold it is here?
That doesn't look like ice.
So?
And you couldn't have just told me that?
Would it have been as satisfying that way?
Probably not. But you'd better hope nothing happened to Remy just because you delayed me. It looks like water, but... it's actually ice. Child's play. No problem at all. Remy!
No, Wilbur. It's a trap.
You will bring me the wand that this thief stole years ago.
Who are you, or what are you?
I am the gatekeeper.
You're the ghost of one of those mages that wanted to free the Nameless One, right?
The Nameless One must never be allowed to enter this world.
No? I mean, you're so right. Neither I nor Remy want that, so why are you fighting us?
He stole the wand. The wand is the key. Bring me the key!
We don't have that much time. We have to...
Your friend is growing weaker by the second. Bring me the wand, or he will die.
But we can't! Ah! All right! I'll think of something, Remy.
I know you will, Wilbur.
I have to get Remy out of there as quickly as possible. He seemed so weak. Maybe I can somehow sneak past the ghost, or, Timmy?
Yeah?
Hi, Ethel.
Oh, you always have this habit of creeping up on me.
I found Remy. He's injured.
Ooh!
Do you have anything like a healing potion?
I'll prepare one at once. Will take a while if it's to be a strong one.
Okay, please do your best. And do you by any chance know anything about ghosts?
Oh, superstitious nonsense.
That isn't quite true. There's one down there.
Oh, temperature changes, fog, drafts, no ghosts.
Look, there's a ghost down there and it's taken Remy prisoner.
Hallucination, suggestion, not real. Get Remy here, quick!
If you say so. You look after the healing potion then. I'll deal with the hallucination. I'll see what I can do for Remy.
Yes, quick, quick!
Ivo?
What?
I found Remy in the temple. He's caught in a trap.
Is he okay?
I couldn't get through. A terrifying ghost is guarding him. He really doesn't look good, Ivo.
We have to get him up here. Then I can take a look at his wounds.
But we have to get past the ghost.
Can't you cast a spell over it? You must know that.
I never looked into that. I always thought that was too scary.
Oh, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, do that.
No entry.
His general appearance is not exactly pleasant, and his most defining feature is his melodious sting.
Think you're something special because you know all these long words, eh? Pathetic.
Listen!
Huh?
I have to drop this off.
What is it?
A present for Chantal Van Buren. She requested it.
Take it away!
I would have taken it into the staff room, but as you don't want to let me in there...
Are you my mummy?
No.
I love you.
Make it stop!
Shall we sing a song? Oh, how I love having a friend.
Turn it off!
Oh, she'll stop of her own accord in a few days' time.
I need Betty.
I'll smash
And
it!
what would the little Chantal say about you destroying her new toy? You know, Chantal, the queen of pink and fluffy.
Blackmail, eh? That ain't gonna work with me. Ha! I can't hear anything.
As far as I know, you just need to throw a bit of this powder into the fireplace and then get in it. Right then, bit of powder into the fire. Am I thinking of the right symbols? Those appear to have been the right symbols.
I think we've been discovered.
Hello? I'm not going to harm you. Wilbur told me of this library.
Wilbur! Is he well?
He disappeared suddenly.
He had to go underground. Supernatural forces now have the say in the school.
Ach, we know that. We looked through a crack in the door and saw that terrible woman and her daughter.
They didn't exactly look like intellectuals.
If the Van Burens discover this library, then you'll have to prepare yourself for a future of being coloured in with crayons. Don't worry, we won't let it come to that. However, to prevent it, I have to get into the staff room.
Then go. Courage stands at the beginning of a task and luck at the end.
It's a good thing the library can disguise itself. Riots and revolutions are all too often accompanied by burning books. Why is there a fire here? Did you light it?
No, that was Wilbur.
But that must have been days ago.
We thought it was strange too. Aye, Wilbur must be a mighty spellcaster if a fire he conjured up burns for so long.
A mighty spell, maybe. But from Wilbur? Unlikely. Excuse me?
How can we help you, O friend of the friend of books?
Can I cast a spell on a ghost?
I don't know. Are you some kind of ghost whisperer?
No.
So why ask me when you know you can't?
No, can you tell me how to cast a spell on a ghost?
Ah, well that's completely different. We have several good books on grammar here.
Look, thank you, but I'm really just interested in casting a spell at the moment.
I know all about that.
Excellent. So how do I do it? To be precise, I need to trap or render the ghost incapable of movement.
I think what you need is a magic circle. That's a symbol that you draw onto the ground. Ghosts are incapable of leaving this kind of circle, at least not for a while.
Sounds good. Do these symbols get drawn with blood or salt or something of that sort?
Actually, most people use chalk. But I'm sure you could use blood as well, if that's what you're really into. It's not really important how the symbols get onto the ground. It's a square with a circle over it that has to have exactly the same surface area, and a right-angled triangle must be placed into the circle.
Sounds like something out of a mathematics book.
Ha! Mathematics. This is about science, not some kind of hocus-pocus.
Oi! I heard that! What was that about the magic circle again? One has to draw a symbol under the ghost.
Won't matter one iota whether you draw it or carve it into stone or whatever. Just get it onto the ground under the ghost in some shape or form. As long as the ghost finds itself over a square with a circle and a triangle, it will be trapped.
Okay, got it. I have to go.
Bonne chance! What's that wonderful saying? Better to be an ignorant traveller than to be wise and to sit at home.
Wait a minute. She is travelling and we are sitting here.
Right then, very carefully. Hasn't noticed anything. Now, must be really quiet. After you, Headmaster.
469. 41.
Have a good evening, Headmaster, Madam.
Well, my little one, have they been treating you well? I'll get you out of here. I just have to take care of something first. Very unlikely that a fire will be burning in that fireplace anytime soon. I wonder if all these transformations can be reversed when Wilbur finds a way of destroying the magic wand. Lucky the council leader hasn't noticed that I've cleared the entrance to the rat hole. She wouldn't appreciate the rats having access to her headquarters. The jar's been fastened to the cupboard with heavy and presumably magic chains. I wonder if... Aha! Archmage Alistair! Are you well? I can't understand you. Blink once for yes and twice for no. Ooh, what does no blinks mean? Hang on, can frogs even blink? I think we'll need to sort this out later. I'm getting you out of here. Lots of papers, feather quills. This is interesting. A signet ring with the seal of the council leader. It's used to make laws and decrees official and identifiable. That means that until the council leader discovers it, I can pretty much pass any new law that I want. Right then, a new law. By order of the council leader, whosoever wishes to inhale the smoke of dried plants may do so for medical reasons. Furthermore, they are permitted to do so in order to write bad poetry or talk utter nonsense. That's for Arthur, should he ever come to town. By order of the council leader, with immediate effect, all pregnant elves must be treated with the greatest respect by everyone. In particular, it is forbidden to call them fat, to poke fun at them, or to try and kill them with an axe. Anyone breaking this law will be banished from the town. That makes it law. Making new laws is fun, but as they won't be enforced, I'd really better concentrate on doing the more serious stuff. Okay, Buttercup, you have to be really quiet now. No, quiet. Okay, let's go. I said quietly, Buttercup. No, the troll was not your friend. He was trying to kill us. No, I'm pretty sure that he didn't just want to play when he started hacking at us. Be that as it may, Archmage Alistair is safe now. As soon as Wilbur has rescued Remy and knows how we can destroy the wand, we'll need to leave as quickly as possible. Morning's approaching, and in all probability this'll be the day that we see the return of a very, very frustrated council leader. Hello, Sloth, Blout.
Ah, Princess Ivo.
About the amulet.
Protect me from ghosts. Works good. Not attacked by ghosts so far.
Could I borrow it, please?
No, then Blout unprotected.
The amulet depicts the magic circle, but it's not magical. Blout got it from the bargain bin for 3 copper pieces.
It could still come in useful.
It's mine! Won't give.
I would try to persuade him, but it's hopeless. He's almost as scared of ghosts as he is of the young Van Buren.
Blout, how about I give you something in exchange for the amulet? I've got, a stone which protects you from the evil eye. Ever since I've had it, I've not been hit by any curses.
Give you 5 gold pieces for it.
I don't want to sell the stone. I want to swap it for your amulet.
But Blout want to be protected from ghosts and evil eye.
A life could depend on you giving me that amulet.
Blout's life depends on keeping it. Perhaps ghosts come tonight.
This isn't going to work. Have you got any idea how one can change back something the little Van Buren transformed?
If I knew that, I'd have turned our lovely inn back to normal ages ago.
Are you expiring?
No.
No. Wilbur?
Yes?
I've saved Archmage Alistair. Or the frog that we think is Archmage Alistair.
Cracking! Is he alright?
Yeah, he's okay. Got a few bumps and bruises. But it wasn't because I dropped him a couple of times fighting the troll together with a hippogriff or anything like that.
Ivo? Did you just say you rode a hippogriff into battle against a troll?
The Archmage is safe, okay? That's all for now.
See you later.
Right then, a new law. By order of the council leader, with immediate effect, the wearing of magic protective amulets is forbidden. Well, I don't actually need a reason, just because. Whoever is caught with such an amulet will be punished with severe cuteness for at least 6 months. Right, with seal and everything. Hello, Sloth, Blout.
Ah, Princess Ivo.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but you are a criminal, Blout.
Blout not criminal. Blout stands here like good little ogre and sells strange things.
You're wearing an amulet, and that's against the law.
What it say?
By order of the Merchant Council leader, and with immediate effect, the wearing of magical protection is forbidden because... well, I don't need any reason, just because. Whoever is caught with such an item is to be punished with severe cutification for a minimum of 6 months.
Huh? No! Blout don't want to be little girl with pigtails. Got to escape, love.
Well, perhaps you can ask the friendly law enforcement officer to turn a blind eye.
Who's eye blind?
What he means, Blout, is if you are really sorry about this and you can see you've made a mistake, then maybe the daughter of the council leader doesn't need to hear about it.
Sorry, very wrong.
I will, however, need to confiscate the amulet so that you won't be tempted to wear it in secret.
Confiscate. Take away.
Oh, sure. You don't tell little girl, right? Blout want to stay Blout.
I'll keep it for myself. Wilbur?
Yes?
I've got an amulet for you. It shows the magic circle symbol.
Is it magic?
Not in the slightest. But it shows the symbol you have to draw on the ground underneath the ghost to trap him.
Okay, got it. Thanks. I'll sneak back over to the island. Now I know what awaits me there. Maybe I can find a place to hide while I suss out the situation. Or maybe I can even go to get Remy without being noticed. That's probably the strange machine that cultists wanted to use for... things. Doesn't look like it's been used recently. No idea how far down it goes. The cellar master spoke of caves and crevices reaching hundreds, sometimes thousands of meters down into the ground. I think this was once a mirror, just like the one over there. I'm not sure. Maybe the cultists required either sun or moonlight for certain rituals and used the mirrors to reflect it down here. This mirror's broken. No trace of the shards. Oh, Remy. If I'd have gone with you, this never would have happened. Or if it had, I could have got help. What a dreadful creature. The ghost lured Remy into a trap, and now it's using me to get the magic wand. The hand mirror is, of course, much smaller than the mirror that was in there before, but it should be enough for a small beam of light. Good idea, but it's probably best if I adjust the beam first. The light doesn't seem to bother him. He hasn't moved from the spot. If I put the medallion on the mirror, then the shadow might... It works! Yes! The ghost can't leave the magic circle. I have to get to Remy, quick. Remy!
Good idea, using the magic circle, Wilbur. But it won't hold him off for long.
Okay, but we gotta get out of here, quick.
No.
No?
It's too late, Wilbur. The trap is probably the only thing holding me together.
It's not too late. A good healing potion or a powerful healing spell and you're back on your feet.
I don't have much time. Let's not waste it with impossible dreaming. I've only just found out what is going on with the wand.
If only I'd got here earlier. If only I'd got to the island more quickly.
You're here. That's what counts. My death won't be in vain. And I have a friend by my side. In my final hour. I thank you for that.
What about the wand?
There were two brothers, powerful sorcerers. They amassed much wealth and power. With the help of dark knowledge. They searched and found this temple. One of them went insane and left town. The other was killed by my grandfather.
Remy!
shortly before the brother's death, he transferred all of his power to a wand. That power would only be unleashed if a blood descendant held the wand in their hands.
And one of the creators still guards his machine as a ghost.
No. My grandfather must have encountered the sorcerer by coincidence. He realized what the sorcerer's plan was and defeated him. He gave his life and never left the temple again.
You mean?
He guards the wand. Didn't want it to find its way into the hands of the descendant of the sorcerer. This place is evil, Wilbur. It changes people. The wall between our world and the dungeon dimension is particularly thin here. The influence of the Nameless One is strong. I think my grandfather has forgotten who he was. He only exists to protect the wand.
You found the wand and gave it to me, but I don't understand.
Wilbur, in everyday life, the sorcerers were merchants. Their surname was Van Buren. Sybil married Montgomery Van Buren, the sorcerer's youngest son. Her daughter, Chantal, has a Van Buren blood flowing through her veins.
The first time the wand acted strangely was in the classroom. It must have sensed Chantal.
And when Chantal got her hands on it, she received all her grandfather's secret powers, but not his knowledge.
How can we destroy the wand?
It's explained in the second brother's book of spells. He spent his final years mentally deranged in the dark woods.
And the one brother came up with a way to break the other's power if it ever became necessary.
Yes. You must find the book and destroy the wand, Wilbur. Go now, my friend.
Remy!
The Resistance needs a leader, and I know of no greater fighter for good than you. Give this to Timmy. Please, look after him.
What happened? Where's Uncle Remy?
I'm so sorry.
No, but you said you'd bring him back.
I tried. All right. And Timmy?
Esther and Nate are taking care of him.
Okay. You really are quite sure?
Yes. Remy said the key to the wand's destruction lies in the dark woods. And his death shall not be in vain.
No, it shan't be. I just don't know if we should split up. We're a good team together.
You look after the Archmage, I'll search for the book. Van Buren can't chase us both.
You're right. She'll be beside herself when she notices that the Archmage is gone.
Any idea how to bring him back?
Not the slightest, but I know how to find out.
How?
An oracle told me. I'll have to help a friend and will not know what to do. I must then find a flying pirate island and on it a building without corners.
Then that's your path. Come on, Gulliver. Let's go see what Timmy's up to.
Yep. Good luck. Look after yourself.
And we should put as much distance between us and Seastone before the old witch realizes what's happened.
Come on then, Buttercup. We're trying to find a flying pirate island. That's where we'll find the answers. Too many questions. Cheap! ship, here you are at last. We're looking for a flying island. Try to keep up this time.
It's quite fascinating how you can get other people to work for you if you know the right buttons to press. Your services are no longer needed.
You're going to bring the Nameless One back to this world!
Nonsense. Only an idiot or a lunatic would try something like that.
And I am neither.
It was a long flight, and it looks like I'm getting heavier and heavier to boot. Have a rest, but stay close by. The oracle said that it was to be found in a building without corners on a flying island. And Tugator's the only flying island that I know. Let's hope we find a few answers here. A flying ship? Just as one would expect on a flying pirate island. I could swear. Oh no, is that the Mary? That means... oh no. Strange. Why are water snails stuck to the jetty here? Perhaps they thought it's a jetty, and every jetty must have snails, whether it's standing in water or hanging in midair. Pretty battered pan. Looks like it survived an explosion. There are crusty bits of salt left inside there. What's going on there, then?
Furthermore, you stole the prosecutor's fez, beat him unconscious, and damaged part of the island with magic.
We didn't beat that stupid monkey unconscious. He knocked himself out.
Silence in court! The defendant may only speak when asked to do so. And don't call the prosecutor a monkey.
May I inquire what's going on here?
Ivo?
Lovely to see you again, Critter.
Fat? Who's fat?
Oh, shut the grog up! This is a trial, not a bloody circus.
Let me ask again. What's going on here?
Critter and I were arrested for no reason whatsoever.
I wasn't talking to you.
Idiots. Those two tried to steal my magic lamp and they damaged the island. They also abused my friendship and wanted to leave me here on my own, like everyone else.
The ugly one's renowned for it.
Enough. Those two will be judged fairly and squarely.
Then I demand a lawyer.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock.
The Red Pirate, I presume.
You've heard of me.
Nate's mentioned you several times.
Only bad things, I hope.
Mainly that you sent the bounty hunter after him because you wanted your ship back.
The Mary is not his ship. I won it from him fair and square.
You cheated.
Of course. I just cheated better than you. Fair and square.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock. And that's contempt of court.
Apparently there's a near omniscient oracle on this island.
That's right, but people who aren't from here usually talk to him through mirrors.
Just guessing, but is it in that round building over there?
That's right and all. And you're not here because you want to steal from me. Or to rescue your friends.
No, definitely not.
We don't even want to be rescued.
You boys just carry on playing on your own.
Now listen here, young lady. This is a matter of death. Or a more painful, slower death.
come on, Ivo. I can barely feel my hands anymore.
Don't you dare! You left without so much as a word, you human!
Perhaps you'd like to be the prosecutor instead, me dear?
What is that?
Oh, that! It's not what it looks like.
Not what it... Have you swallowed a watermelon?
All right, I'm pregnant. But I have not...
No sooner am I gone than you're all over the next guy that comes along.
I haven't been all over anyone. And you just scarpered off.
But just because... I'm not pregnant!
Just leave me alone, Nate Bonnet. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Quiet! Defendants are only allowed to cry out in despair when required.
Nate talked a lot about his old nemesis, the Red Pirate. One of Old Red's bounty hunters must have got hold of him. I mean, not even Nate would be stupid enough to come here of his own free will. Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge?
Yes?
A judge cheating at cards? Tut tut.
That's not true. Pirate poker is a dice game. And, I don't cheat. In the past, maybe, but this is the new tohoto. It's all about law and order now.
In pirate poker, you play for high stakes, right? I mean, if we play and I win, then you owe me something, right?
Theoretically. In reality, however, I will win, and you will owe me something.
What, for example?
If I win, then you have to stay on tohoto for a year and keep me company.
Ugh. And what if I win?
How about...
Your best friend's life?
No. I'd prefer something real I can hold on to.
An elegant pirate outfit. Clothes and a hat and all the trimmings.
That sounds good. Agreed. A house with no corners. Got to be it. The building's got no windows at all. This door appears to be the only way in. A hatch in the wall. Nothing. A bottle, something like potato crisps and toilet paper? Enemax, the energy drink, provides energy to the max, +2 endurance, -2 intelligence. The stuff seems to consist practically of just water, sugar, and colouring. And now do I have to actually go and get hold of all this stuff just to get in there? Ugh, my feet hurt. It's too hot in here, and I've just had a row with my ex. Woe betide you if your information is not any use. A rag shop. I really don't like fussy clothes like the ones Mother always tried to make me wear, but I couldn't go this far. There must be some kind of middle ground, surely. Nate often spoke of this island. He spent his childhood in New Old Town, but it was always his ambition to come here. tohoto, the flying pirate island. It was the place where a boy from the streets could make something of himself. For all I care, he can spend the rest of his life on this rock. If I was planning to set them free, I'd be interested. The prosecutor would appear to be a bit out of his depth with the trial. At least he doesn't give me the impression of being particularly professional. He didn't even hear me out. He simply disappears, he gets involved with some dodgy deal or other, and then he tries to make me feel guilty. I'm not cross with Critter. He did disappear without a word like Nate, but he belongs to Nate. Where Nate is where you'll find Critter. For example, in the stocks in a trial. Critter'll be all right. Won't matter what the outcome. He's a clever cookie and he'll probably save Nate. No pirates to be seen. Just these stone figures everywhere. There are no traces of any tool marks on them. The surfaces are too perfect. I don't like the look of this. Something round under a cloth. It's moving. I wonder what's under that cloth there.
It's the horror. The horror.
Old Red won't spill the beans. Guards that thing as if it was his biggest treasure.
A deserted island that should be swarming with pirates. A few stone statues. The only survivor's a collector of magical artifacts, hiding something the size of a head under a cloth. Let me guess. The head of Medusa?
Aye. She's dreadful.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
The head of Medusa is a dangerous weapon. Whole armies were stopped with it. I'd feel much happier if it wasn't in the ownership of an unstable pirate. Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge?
Yes?
Those 3 signs above the hatch on the observatory.
They signify offerings. If you want to ask the Oracle about the weather before a long journey, for example, you place the things the Oracle wants in the hatch, and then you're given an audience with him.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. The Oracle wants some unusual things.
Oh, that's often the case. It's a strange being, and quite unabashed. We wanted to ban it from the island, but every time we tried, it prophesied what dreadful consequences that would have, and so we left it be.
Where do I get the things from?
All the shops are closed. There was a kind of accident, and the inhabitants of the island are temporarily out of town. I keep an eye on their things as their trustworthy and reliable leader, so don't even think about stealing anything, will you?
Wouldn't dream of it. How's the trial going?
Marvelously. The accused is caught up in a web of contradictions.
This whole thing is ridiculous, and I'm innocent.
You see?
Why are you having this trial in the first place? I didn't realize things were quite so formal with pirates.
Aye, it's a new wind blowing on Tohoto. No more impulse punishments. Law and order now rules. So it's safe for anyone to come back to the island.
The other pirates all mutinied and left, and now he's making out he's some kind of considerate leader.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock.
A rope. I bet it's good quality. Pirates know about that sort of thing. Headscarves for bald pirates, swashbuckling patches, ripped rope for a belt. No, I can't be doing with any of this. Wait a minute, what's this? A hook could come in handy. Right then, the bottle's full. Pirates don't have much of an eye for beauty. They are, however, very practical. Everything that pirates might want is growing here, from potatoes to hemp plants. Potatoes for potato crisps. Well, it's a start. That should do. I know these snails. They're called purple snails. They emit a smelly substance to defend themselves, which turns purple in air. It's used as a dye for colouring things. I'm not sure what sort of colouring should go into one of these energy drinks, but what's to say that purple wouldn't do the trick? Who'd have defense strategy doesn't work too well now, does it? Whoa, relax, little guy. I've got what I need. The colouring's going in the bottle. I should be able to attach the hook to the rope. Right, that'll hold. It'd be simpler if I could still see my feet. That's Nate's lucky headscarf. He put it on during stormy weather. Critter and I used to poke fun at the fact that it was always a matter of luck every time he stepped behind the wheel. Nate and Critter aren't great believers in order. Ship shape's not to be found here. During my first days on the Mary, I tidied up after them. I soon gave up on that. After we defeated the Archwitch, we returned to the temple where we'd left Mary. We flew her to Seastone and Nate fired off 3 salute shots. There were only a few injured. We didn't fly a direct route from Seastone to the Elf Burrow. We made detours and explored Avantasia. Once we spent 3 days and nights drifting over the ocean because Nate and Wilbur tried to give the engine a bit more power. It was wonderful. The peace, the sea, the moonlight, and the 2 engineers making things worse each day. When I saw Nate for the first time, he was sitting in this very cage. The bounty hunter Mazaz had captured him. He managed to convince me that he was a capable captain able to help me. I thought he was brazen and pompous and clumsy and somehow also very sweet. I shouldn't have got involved with him. The heart's a poor counsellor when it comes to matters of love. We don't have any machines in the Elf Burrow, but Wilbur told me about how he was responsible for oiling and greasing all the machinery in the gnome hole. I imagine the stuff in this pot is the same sort of thing.
Princess Ivo, what are you doing here?
Hello, Mary.
Are you here to break Captain Nate's heart again?
Did he tell you that? He left me, just like that.
But that's just ridiculous. He loves you. He left the ship full of hope, and 30 minutes later, he returned a different man. You said no, didn't you?
He was going to propose to me that night?
He had a ring and got himself a fine suit from the wardrobe. Yes, a proposal with all the bells and whistles. He was so nervous. He'd practiced the whole day, asked me what I thought at least 100 times.
He didn't ask me once.
He didn't? I was convinced that our sudden departure was down to your refusing him. I said some horrible things about you, but Captain Nate wouldn't stand for it. When he left the cabin carrying the ring, that was the last time I saw him truly happy.
He just disappeared without a word. And I never got a marriage proposal.
But something must have happened. Otherwise, why would he have just left like that?
I woke up and wanted to go to him, but Mother told me that Nate had disappeared in the middle of the night with no explanation. I was sure that it was just a misunderstanding and that he'd come back, but he didn't.
Oh, sweetie, that is simply dreadful.
I was distraught, then angry, and after a while I started blaming myself. I'm a modern elf princess. Why am I acting like some silly little girl just because a bloke's left me? Why did you come to Tugator?
Captain Nate made a deal with a little bounty hunter in Bonzing. A gnome, I think. I hardly believed it when he gave me the course, but he said it was important. The most important thing in the world.
A wretched magic lamp was the most important thing to him, huh?
When Tugator appeared on the horizon, Nate let the bounty hunter put him in chains. Just like I was put in chains by the Red Pirate when we eventually reached the island. The next day, I felt the chain release itself. There was lots of shouting and noise, and ever since, I've wondered what was going on.
And then I came down the stairs.
Exactly. The princess who had given my captain so much heartache. Well, that's what I thought, at least.
Whatever the reason for him running, he shouldn't have just turned his back on me without explanation.
Not that I wish to defend him, but do you think he might have got cold feet because of your child? Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Oh, it's not his child.
What? You lying harlot! Go all doe-eyed at my Captain Nate and then go whoring around with someone else? And here's me, gullible Gertie, almost falling for your lies. Well, just you wait.
That's the same reaction Nate had. I have never and would never cheat on him. My pregnancy's a bit of a mystery to me as well. But hey, thanks for your support. Critter puts huge quantities of sugar in his tea. He gets that from Nate. Neither of them understand the rationale behind drinking tea. One heats water, puts tea into it, and then pretends that it tastes of something. Sugar and milk are just an interference. A good handful, that should do. Chaos wherever you look. Nate is and always will be a pirate. Nothing's gonna change that. Nate always insisted he hadn't got rid of the Red Pirate's dressing table because it wouldn't fit through the hatch. However, my theory is he'd missed the mirror. There's a whole heap of coal glowing in the oven. Perhaps not enough to give Mary some steam, but certainly enough to grill half a pig with strawberry jam and pickled gherkins. Did I really just say that? A ridiculous amount of sugar. Basis of many drinks. Okay, I'll cut the slices as thin as I possibly can. The thin potato slices get put into the pan, like this. I've left the skins on. That'll give extra flavour. Fat is used for cooking, but this? Whatever. Right, high heat, boiling fat and thin potato slices. Should work. Oh yes, I can smell it already. Done. If I didn't know it was just my hormones talking, I could easily eat those. Now to add the crowning glory to the crisps. Salt. Ready. That's energy drink tip. That's Nate's favourite headscarf. I couldn't, could I? Have fun with it. All right then, open sesame. Are you taking the piss? I'm gonna do call and you can it up your you. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be getting so excited. Let's try that once again. If you don't open this door this instant, I will personally ensure that this building is smashed onto the rocks 3,000 meters below us. Then I will set fire to everything on this island and allow the island to crush your broken body. And after that, I'll get angry. I see we understand each other.
Don't go into the attic, oh, you stupid cow! Oh, yes, strawberry tart. Don't go there, honey. He's only gonna cheat on you.
So you are this oracle?
Good guess, Princess Ivo. You're much shorter in real life.
What's this about offerings? Do you think I'm going to be your errand girl?
Well, you already have been. I can't leave this room. I offer a valuable service, and someone has to do my shopping. No, not that door. Right!
So, the pirates have provided you with everything you need to survive?
Correct. But then the Red Pirate went crazy and scared them all off the island. That's why I have to make do with coloured sugar water and disgusting crisps.
You ate that?
I had to. I have needs, you know. Oh, yes, marry her without a prenup. That's a great idea.
You told me in the Elf Burrow that I would come here, so you can see into the future. What's your game?
The mirrors show the future, or possible versions of the future.
Then why didn't you warn Wilbur or the Archmage what was going to happen?
How could I get their attention? Anyway, I only observe. I don't get involved. Oh, let him cry. He deserves it.
You're getting involved now.
But only because it's absolutely necessary. Oh, a boat! We're saved!
I've got the frog. I mean the Archmage.
I saw the battle! Spectacular! That little girl and Wilbur's wand. You couldn't make it up.
Is there a way of changing Master Alistair back?
Oh, that's not so easy. He hasn't just been turned into a frog. He is a frog now. Oh, don't go, Johnny! She needs you!
But he can be changed back, can't he?
Perhaps. His consciousness and his soul are in another place. But there is still a weak bridge connecting him to this world.
So there is hope?
Yes, but just a vague one. You have to... Wallop! Right between the eyes! That had to hurt!
How can we return the spirit of the Archmage to this world?
The Red Pirate has a magic compass. It always points in the direction of what you desire most. In the case of the Archmage, this is hopefully a way back. The Lost Book of the Dead explains how to summon a spirit back into this world. But without a spark of life, he would die as soon as he returned.
A magic compass, a lost book, and a spark of life. Doesn't sound like a walk in the park.
That's why I lured you here.
Oh, no. Not him. No.
You need them, Ivo. You won't manage this task without them.
You said that the Book of the Dead had disappeared. Are there any clues to where it is?
Well, it's in a place without mirrors. That much is clear. It was kept in the legendary desert city of Lorem Ipsum in the Umzu Desert. No more is known.
Lorem Ipsum? Now, where have I heard of that?
An ancient city that finally lost the battle against the sand.
I'll find it, and the Book of the Dead. I will get these 3 things and change the Archmage back. On my own.
No, you won't. I have seen a future in which you fail, Ivo. A future that you won't live to see.
Oh, but that's only one possible future.
True, but are you prepared to risk its occurrence just because Nate gets on your nerves?
Ha! He doesn't just get on my nerves.
I know, it's... What? That's never a valuable antique.
Very well. I'll get both of them out of there.
It's not that easy. You're forgetting the head.
The head of Medusa?
I've seen it. Fortunately, just through my mirrors, it's terrible. If you try to rescue Nate and the critter with all guns blazing, the Red Pirate will unveil the head, and then no magic in the world can save you.
Got any suggestions?
You have to win the court hearing.
Would that not strike you as somewhat improbable with that judge?
Not with the right defense strategy. I haven't heard that one before.
Hello? Stick to the point. How am I going to convince the Red Pirate of Nate's innocence? Considering the fact that I'm pretty certain that there's a case to answer on every single count.
Of course Nate did everything he's accused of. But was it his free will?
What do you mean?
Say someone is controlled by a voodoo curse and kills someone. Is he the murderer or the one controlling the doll? I wouldn't eat that salad.
What have voodoo dolls got to do with Nate and the theft of the lamp?
Act as his defense lawyer and tell the Red Pirate that Nate was controlled by a higher power. The rest will follow of its own accord.
That's insane.
Trust me, I can see through all mirrors. And anyway, I love courtroom dramas.
Okay, I'm just going to go now.
Shh! He's proposing to her.
Well, thanks for your help. Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge?
Yes?
All defendants are entitled to a lawyer, are they not? I will be their lawyer.
Oh, really? Why not? Being the judge, I'm all for a fair trial. No one should be able to say, I sentenced them to death unjustly.
I don't know if I want to be represented by her.
Shut up, Nate. The accused is only allowed to talk when their lawyer tells them to.
Well, what do you have to say in their defense?
Proven imbecile, Your Honor. He is not compos mentis.
Oi!
He tried to steal from me. That's really bordering on madness.
And his IQ lies somewhere between that of a jelly glowfish and a cave troll.
I am not an imbecile, and I'm much smarter than a glow jellyfish.
He stole the Mary without any idea of how to fly an airship.
And did he not promptly crash in the Northlands?
I didn't. You're both really enjoying this, aren't you?
The court acknowledges that he's an idiot. But that ain't enough to lessen the punishment.
Granted, but I would like idiot to be highlighted in the records.
Sustained.
You... Ow.
What else have you got?
The deeds he's accused of are grave. But just like one can't accuse a troll of being insolent and smelly, one can't accuse Nate of objectionable behaviour and being smelly.
Hey!
He's just of bad character through and through.
Can you give examples? For the objectionable behaviour, I mean. The bad smell is quite obvious.
Making advances towards women and promises of a life together and then leaving her without so much as a word.
Ivo...
In the middle of the night.
Certainly not sensitive, but in his defence, he is a pirate. What else do you have?
He is not responsible for his actions. He's being controlled by a higher power.
Oh, the voodoo doll defence.
Not at all. There is a higher power which controls him and all of us, I think.
Oh, yes.
Indeed. Behold the water jug.
Oh, yeah. So impressive.
But the Oracle said so.
Oh, it would seem as if your higher power isn't cooperating, sweetie.
Perhaps it was just not paying attention. But the Oracle said this higher power really exists.
Please don't tell me that's your defense strategy.
Just shut up! Look! At the water jug!
Nah, that was the win.
No, That was the higher power.
If so, then it could get that coconut down from that tree. That is impossible.
Indeed.
You, turn around. Now go ask your higher power how many fingers I'm holding up.
It is 3 fingers.
That's witchcraft. Someone's watching me. They want to control me. And they want to drive me crazy. But they won't get me.
That was brilliant. How did you do that?
I don't know.
You mean there really is a higher power controlling everything?
That can't be. Oh, higher power! If you are really there, make a green unicorn appear. See? Just a figment of imagination.
All right then, release me. Come on, critter, we're going.
Don't I even get a thank you?
I didn't ask for your help, and we would have managed fine on our own. Isn't that right, buddy? You see?
I could have just left you to rot in the stocks.
Maybe you should have. You're good at betraying your friends.
I have not betrayed anyone.
Critter, can you tell that person that the proof of her infidelity is clear enough for anyone to see?
Critter, tell this excuse of a pirate that I was not unfaithful to him. Even if I'd wanted to, I couldn't have been unfaithful to him. He left me.
Critter, tell her that I won't listen to this any longer.
Nate, it's about the Archmage and Wilbur.
What? What about them?
The Archmage has been cursed and Wilbur's wanted for murder.
That's nonsense. That little guy wouldn't hurt a fly.
We have to help them.
I can't. I can drop you off in Elfborough if you like.
That would be a start. The spark of life is there. My father has it.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Are you sure you'll be able to find the elf burrow? Right, someone's gonna have to go up to my father and ask him for the spark of life. Then we have to head off to find Lorem Ipsum. Hello?
I'm not going to help. That's your problem.
Well, I'm not over the moon about it either, but the Oracle did say that I needed friends in order to overcome the challenges that lie ahead of me.
Then I suggest you look for some. Farewell.
But you have to help me. I can't possibly meet Mother in this state. The gods only know what she'd do to me.
And quite rightly, too.
Oh, yeah? Then why don't you tell him yourself that you're going to desert him?
The frog?
That's Archmage Alistair. Didn't you listen to anything I said? And what about Wilbur?
I'm sorry. I can't. Boy, Critter, come on. Just look what she's done. Critter!
Critter! I knew that you wouldn't desert me. And that's good. Mother must under no circumstances see me like this.
I was informed of your arrival, Ivo.
Well, Critter, now you've seen everything again just like you wanted to. Let's go.
What is the matter with you? Why don't you turn around?
Oh, sorry. I really must go. See you soon, Mother.
Go? With that pirate, I told him to keep away from you.
You did what?
What have you?
Well, I can explain.
Not necessary.
Helping her? Why should I? Just turns up and what the hell is taking so long? Critter, come on, it's time to go. The Mary was damaged recently, and I want to repair her. When I say recently, I mean about 2 years ago. But in my defense, I had to save the world in the meantime. I'll start the repairs tomorrow. But what can you do if there's a better use for the plank? Ivo's hippogriff doesn't seem very happy. Perhaps she's missing her rider. Or she's just hungry. Or both. Critter, what have you done now? Ivo's mother? Oh. Come on, let's get you out of there first. All right. Darn elven magic. Yes, I'll get help. Wait here. No trace of arbor, but he left this ball of string lying here. Perhaps he was going to tie up bushes with it or something. Shorty won't mind, I think. That's strange. When I was here last, that tree looked a lot happier. We waited for ages until Ivo's mother finally left the palace. Then it was pool time. Critter and me cannonballed in from the balcony. Ivo was torn between outrage and laughter. People say the water has a healing effect. Perhaps I should take 1 or 2 barrels of it with me and sell it. I stayed the full 2 weeks nonetheless. Education is the key to success. I'll have to be careful. If the Queen catches me, there'll be no leniency.
I couldn't allow him to propose to you. What sort of life would you have? You'd have lost him so soon, maybe just 50 years after marrying him. Or were you planning to go into the world with him and get old just like him? That would be terrible, and I told him as much. If one truly loves someone, then it's sometimes better to let them go. You know that I can be very convincing. The human spirit is weak. And perhaps there was a tiny bit of magic involved too. If only I'd known that it was already too late.
That darn witch! It all sounded so right. I was already across the sea when it became clear to me that I might have made the biggest mistake of my life. No wonder Ivo hates me. Her mother must never have told her what happened, or she blamed me for everything. What I'd really like to do is go up there, give the old boot a slap round the face, and get Ivo out of this place. But Ivo's mother is a powerful priestess. She's probably got a dozen ways she could incapacitate me without me even noticing. I have to be careful. Why did she suddenly put Ivo to sleep? Did Ivo keep the fact that she's pregnant secret even from her parents? Could that even be the reason that she left Elfborough? Cheep Cheep, Ivo's bird. We don't get along. He's a puffed-up rooster, and he says the same of me. It looks like she's asleep, but I don't think I could wake her, even without her mother there. During my time here, I sat in this library many times enjoying a good book. Not. The king and queen keep gifts given to them by delegations from far-off lands in this room. Some of them are rather bizarre. Bob is still sitting where I left him months ago. Of course, he's not really called Bob, but his elven name is too complicated and long to remember. And he likes Bob. Hey, Bob.
Nate, my boy. What are you doing here?
Your wife has hexed Ivo, an imprisoned critter. I'll free both of them, and
I would counsel you to patience, my impetuous friend. What has happened?
The Queen found Ivo in the garden. She's pregnant. Did you know that?
I hope that you are speaking of Ivo and not my wife. Of course I knew.
She's put Ivo into a kind of deep sleep.
Theodora knows wise decisions take time. It isn't a simple sleep. It's a kind of time out. For Ivo, time is standing still until her mother brings her back.
And when will that be?
As soon as she knows how she's going to deal with the situation. That could take months, or even years.
Years? She's got no right to do that. We have to bring Ivo back.
Just like the polecat butters the bread of the barn owl.
How can we wake Ivo up?
Without the help of her mother? Impossible.
Then we'll have to force her. She can't keep Ivo imprisoned against her will.
You won't have any luck. Fiora will defend her daughter. She thinks she's doing the right thing. But if you can make her see that she was not acting in Ivo's best interests, then I'm sure she would let her go.
I should talk to her?
Oh, you'd be dead before you'd stuttered out your first sentence.
Hey, I eavesdropped on the Queen. She never told Ivo what happened, right?
What happened? You just disappeared one night.
It was all your wife's fault. She hexed me. I was going to propose to Ivo. The Queen intercepted me and whispered something in my ear.
Her words would have just washed over you had they not found something which they were able to catch hold of.
I thought long and hard about whether I should propose to Ivo. I loved her, but I also loved my freedom.
Gods and the wise call that getting cold feet.
So she could manipulate me because of my feet?
She magnified your doubts and let you lose sight of what was really important, your love for Ivo.
But I didn't want her to have to watch me die. And I certainly didn't want her to come with me out into the world and grow old and die herself.
Would it have not been up to my daughter what sacrifices she would be willing to make for you? She is, after all, the more intelligent one.
After I left the Elfborough, my head still told me I'd done the right thing. I wouldn't condemn Ivo to a life with me, and a goodbye would have been too painful for both of us.
But your heart told you that you were a fool.
Later, I thought I'd found a solution. I'd find a way to live forever. Then I could marry Ivo and we'd never be separated.
Your heart was right. You are a fool.
Well, Archmage Alistair's been turned into a frog. By a certain Van Buren, some little brat who's running through Seastone and transforming everything.
A little girl transformed the Archmage?
Yes. No idea how she managed it. Ivo said something about Wilbur's wand. And he's in the Dark Woods looking for a book that explains how it can be destroyed. In the meantime, Ivo wanted to organize a few things needed to bring the Archmage back.
What sort of things?
Some book from Lorem Ipsum.
The Book of the Dead?
Yep, that was the one. Then we need a compass that belongs to the Red Pirate, and something called the Spark of Life. That's why she came back here.
I see. It's crucial we turn Alistair back quickly. He might have answers.
Answers? To which questions?
Something is stirring. A great evil. I have felt it for a while now.
The little brat with the wand?
No. Something older, greater, and a great danger for you, for Ivo, for everyone.
That doesn't sound good. But I wouldn't even know where to start. Ivo didn't tell me very much. Or perhaps I didn't listen.
I have the spark of life here. I will give it to my daughter as soon as she wakes. I can't help you with the compass, though, but I saw the lost city of Lorem Ipsum with my own eyes, long ago.
If I were to look for Lorem Ipsum, where would I find the ruins of the city?
Under the sands of the Umzu Desert.
Oh, really? Could you be a bit more precise? The desert's pretty big.
I can't remember the exact location. I set out from the Bremen oasis, went into the desert, and just followed my nose. After a few days, I saw the golden roofs of the town glinting in the sun as it set behind them.
So Lorem Ipsum is west of Bremen. But how far into the desert? How many days did you walk, and how quickly?
It was 3,500 years ago. What did you do last Thursday?
West of Bremen. That's a start. Ivo seems to have coped well with me leaving her. Seems to have been in a rush to find herself an elven prince.
No, she didn't take it well. She was hurt and disappointed. And no, she didn't throw herself around the neck of any elf prince.
I don't even want to know. I'd always loved her, but it seemed to have been quite one-sided. Your wife trapped Critter in the garden. Some thorny tendrils grew out of the ground, imprisoning him.
Oh, an old trick that all priests have up their sleeve.
So novices couldn't sneak out of rituals early, eh?
But the tendrils are very ticklish, especially under the arms.
They... All right, then. Take care, Bob. I'll see what I can do to help Ivo and Alistair, or if I can.
I see a man with a mission of great importance that he would like to complete.
Like? All that work? All that danger? The stress? You've got the same attitudes towards stress as I have.
I can see through you, Nate. You made your decision long ago. You just haven't realized it. To do good. Be part of something bigger. Help others. We all need goals in our lives. And the greater the goal, the greater the reward.
I don't know what you're talking about, old man. When your girlfriend's mother is an elf priestess, and you want to make a good impression, you shouldn't call this a swimming pool in front of her. But I meant it in a good way. I even invited her and Ivo's father to join us. Huh. Tickle, tickle, tickle. No problem. Now you go and wait on the Mary, okay? Hey, Mary.
Captain Nate?
What's our course, helmsman? Woman? Ship?
We are at anchor in the harbour and don't have a course.
I'll play along. You know I like all that nautical stuff.
Course set 2456 degrees north-south, Captain.
Very good. Keep course.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Ivo's mother. She's simply switched her off. How dare she?
Switched her off?
Magic elven stuff. If I could, I'd go up there and...
You are not a fighter, Captain Nate. You are... No, wait a moment, you're not really a thinker either. What exactly are you?
A doer, Mary. A doer. It looks as if we'll be off on our next adventure soon, Mary. Lorem Ipsum, the lost desert city.
I'll travel to the end of the world with you, but I'm driving.
All right. Let me know if there's a problem.
And then?
Ivo tidied up here when we flew back from the Wildlands. At least that's what she called it. In reality, all she did was bring confusing order to my orderly disorder. Navigation isn't a complicated science. I choose a place on the map I'd like to fly to, then I tell the Mary the name of the place and she flies me there. I don't know why other people find it so difficult. All right, then. That's the desert where Lorem Ipsum must be. Wait a minute. I must have a more detailed map of the area somewhere here. The Umzu Desert isn't all sand. There are stony mountains, gorges, and salt lakes. The one thing they have in common is that it's darn hot. That's the old oasis of Bremen. Ivo's father set off westwards from this town and reached Lorem Ipsum at some point. The problem is, I don't know how far west of Bremen the ruins are. The area is large, and if I'm unlucky, the ruins are completely covered in sand. I have to reduce the search area somehow. A pile of maps, diaries, travelogues and stuff. I was looking for things that promise eternal life. The Holy Grail, Philosopher's Stone, the Fountain of Youth, that kind of thing. Harder to find than you'd think. That's why I had the idea with the djinn. At least I knew where to look for him. Isn't there a book on Lorem Ipsum here? That's it. This is the famous travelogue that reports on the city Lorem Ipsum, in a forgotten language. Scholars claim it speaks of life in the city and of huge wealth, the main reason that this text is so well known all around the world. Lorem Ipsum dolor sit emet, consectatur adipisci illit, sed eismod tempor insidunt ut labor et dolora magna aliqua. Ut enim ad minim veniam quis nostrud exercitation ulamco laboris nisi ut aliquid ex ei commodi consequat. And so on. For me, this is just a string of meaningless words. What's this? The author seems to assign great meaning to these hieroglyphs. If only I could read them. Why didn't the people back then just write under the pictures what they were supposed to mean? The author of this diary never found the city, so I don't know if this picture of the city is born of his fantasy or if it's based on descriptions. Even if the city did once look like this, it perished thousands of years ago. There's surely nothing left but a few ruins. What are the chances that the Book of the Dead has survived? I wonder whether... Here! That's what I was looking for. The book describes what the symbols mean. The first one is... a kind of angular stone? Gemstones, jewels. That's a promising start. The second symbol... Desert. Yeah, makes sense. The city is somewhere in the Umzu Desert. Next. Feet? What have feet got to do with it? Can you only reach the city by foot? The next symbol... 3. 3 feet. That's unusual. Perhaps the last symbol will make it clear. Mountains. Jewels, desert, mountains. The jewel of the desert at the foot of the 3 mountains. That's it. Lorem Ipsum. The city with roofs of gold is the jewel of the desert and it lies at the foot of 3 mountains. And these 3 mountains must be west of Bremen. That should be easy to find. All right, then. Three mountains west of Bremen. I bet Critter's next meal that the jewel of the desert is at the foot of these mountains. I'll mark the place on the big map. There hasn't been an airship visiting Lorem Ipsum for centuries, perhaps millennia, if ever. Time to pay a call to the old city. That must be it, Lorem Ipsum. And it looks like someone has already dug it up for us.
Put it up.
A mummy with a small spade. I wonder.
Mortimer,
No, I'm Nate. That's Critter.
But I seek Mortimer.
Here? Under the sand?
Why aren't you Mortimer?
I, don't know. Who are you?
I am... Isn't the question more, who are you?
I'm Nate, like I already said.
So you are neither Mortimer, nor that elf who was pretending to be Mortimer.
That... Yes, I can confirm that.
So many people. I can't possibly remember all these names. I will call you... Nate.
I can live with that. Who is this Mortimer you're looking for?
Mortimer fetched me out of the darkness many years ago. I lived with him until he disappeared.
And now you're looking for him here?
Looking for whom?
That Mortimer.
You've seen him? I've been looking for him everywhere.
Don't tell me you dug this huge hole.
All right.
I mean, why did you dig it?
I'm not meant to say.
You can tell me. What's the hole all about?
Yes, about that. Why did you dig it?
I didn't. You did.
Of course. I wanted to go home.
So you're from Lorem Ipsum?
Yes. It must be here somewhere.
Have you had a look around?
Ah! Lorem Ipsum! What a coincidence! I was born here, you know.
What can you tell me about Lorem Ipsum? What was life here like?
Oh, wonderful. We've always had good weather. We built the most beautiful temples with the most fiendish traps. Sold them all around the world and made a lot of money from that.
You sold temples with built-in traps?
Of course. Walls that suddenly come together and squash any intruder. Invented here in Lorem Ipsum. We had breeding programs for scorpions and tarantulas. And we issued a 3,000-year guarantee for our traps.
That means your traps could still work today?
Traps? What traps?
I'm looking for a book.
I've seen one lying on Mortimer's desk.
I'm looking for a particular book. The Book of the Dead.
Oh, but that's just a legend. That book apparently explains how one can bestow everlasting life on people by wrapping them up in gauze bandages. Poof.
Assuming it wasn't a legend, where would the Book of the Dead be hidden?
Ah, the Book of the Dead. Some say it is mere legend, but I have seen it many times. It was put into the tomb of the last pharaoh of Lorem Ipsum, the mad Tut-Tut.
And this Tut-Tut, where is he buried?
He is lying under a mighty pyramid, just like that one over there. Actually, now that I think about it, it's exactly like the one over there. What do you think? Why would someone put a pyramid here that looks exactly the same as Tut-Tut's?
How do you get into Tut-Tut's pyramid?
Who is Tut-Tut? And what's this pyramid you're talking about?
Ah, forget it.
What should I forget?
Don't mummies have their brains removed during embalmment?
That's funny. I could swear that I've heard that question somewhere before.
I bet. I've got to go. And you? You might want to get out of the sun for a couple of hours.
I've not got time for breaks. I'm looking for a pyramid. It must be here somewhere.
The whole slab is covered with characters. Hieroglyphs, something that looks like Old Dwarvish, and normal letters. At viro eos et accusum et justo duo dolores et ea rebum. That's the same forgotten language as in the lorem ipsum text. Hi.
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I found this stone slab. What does it say?
It says, "Thank you for your decision to buy this pyramid model World Wonder." In 3 languages.
It's an operating manual?
Our lost temples could get rather complicated.
Does it say how to open the pyramid?
Terms of use, guarantee, washing instructions. Ah, there. Erect pyramid facing exactly north. Position obelisk A in depression G on stone socket B with the help of wooden peg F. We recommend the use of slaves for erection, not included in this delivery. Every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the shadow of the obelisk will point to the stone which opens the secret entrance.
Why doesn't it just say which stone you have to press? Who would write something like this? I've got to go.
Bye!
A massive stone plinth with a piece of rotten wood in the middle. A semicircular depression. There are lines and numbers carved into the stone on the inside. Perhaps some kind of calculation? Or something religious? I guess that's the obelisk mentioned in the operating manual. At least I can't see another one. How am I supposed to get the obelisk onto the pedestal? It must weigh at least a ton. Hi.
I think that we've met once before, haven't we?
The operating manual mentions something about a wooden pin, and there's some rotten wood still sticking in the hole in the stone plinth.
Yes, we always had issues with the wooden pegs. Wood is easy to craft, but not as long-lasting as stone. I discovered something completely new in Mortimer's hut. Metal.
Metal?
Yes, but not bronze. Much harder, much more durable. I called it ugly super bronze. I brought a sample of it with me.
About the ugly super bronze.
The what?
The metal you found in Mortimer's house.
Who told you about that?
Ah.
One could build completely new types of weapons with this metal. Wood and bronze weapons would be useless. No one must find out until lorem ipsum has mastered the secrets of this material.
You're right. Let's examine the metal for the good of lorem ipsum.
Absolutely. If we should ever get lazy and start to rest on our laurels, it could result in the town's downfall.
We, wouldn't want that to happen.
No. Wait here. What was I going to fetch again? I was just pulling your leg. I never forget anything.
Thank you.
What for?
Fits like a glove. No idea what that is. This depression here, what is it?
That is a sun clock.
Why does the sun need to know what time it is?
No, the sun tells us how late it is.
So how does the sun know what time it is?
Haven't a clue. The shadow of the little stick in the middle tells us for definite when it is time to, do things.
There is no stick in the middle of the clock.
It must have been broken then. I think more has been broken too. Didn't it look completely different here before?
The reed casts a thin shadow on the numbers and lines inside the clock. The sun clock is fixed. Now we just need the obelisk. The Mary should have enough power to heave the obelisk onto the plinth. And the pipe serves as the new connection piece K. Or whatever it was. Off we go! Pull, my dear old fatty!
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Come on, you can do it! All right. Now slowly... Ah! Well done, Mary.
Did you ever doubt me, little one?
Okay. It's 2:15. 3 o'clock. The obelisk is casting its shadow exactly on that stone. That must be it. That's it. Let's go.
If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. Traps. Lots of traps. Mortimer just about managed it, and Mortimer is... Mortimer.
He was in the pyramids?
Of course. He is an archaeologist. They always go wherever there are the most traps.
Do you know how the traps in there work?
Naturally. I even invented some myself. I am an enigma, I think.
How about you accompany us?
In there? Whew, it's dangerous.
Come on, I thought Danger was your middle name.
Really? That would be a strange middle name. Walter or Winifred, those are good names. Mortimer's second name is Alfred.
Come on now, get in that pyramid.
In there? It's dangerous in there.
It's important. We need the Book of the Dead to bring a friend back into this world, and he might know something about a great evil that's stirring.
It's like my dear old father used to say. Coyote, snake, bird looking to the left, sun, wavy lines, exclamation mark.
What?
Yes, he was very erudite. And you wouldn't have caught him simply wandering into a pyramid filled with traps.
We really shouldn't go into the pyramid unprepared.
Oh, come on. Danger is my middle name. And it's important. Great evil is stirring.
What?
You can't let me go in there on my own. You have to come in with me.
Okay, if that's how it's gotta be.
I win every argument. It's always been so. Put me on your shoulders.
Do I have to?
Hup, hup. We have 40 days in the desert ahead of us.
We're going into the pyramid.
Which pyramid?
Hey, stop puffing and panting in my ear.
I'm not panting. I'm exhaling dramatically. Onwards, my proud camel!
Nice little place. Vases, cat statues, a wooden chair? Why is there only junk here and no treasure?
What use are treasures to you on the other side? At least you can sit on a chair.
As a real Tomb Raider, I have to at least take something. What about this? An ancient mirror, I'd say.
You can't take that. That is the first mirror that was ever made.
And?
Pharaoh Tut-Tut was very particular about his appearance. He needs the mirror.
Not anymore. I'm quite sure of that. It would seem that the pyramid served not only as the last resting place of the pharaoh, but also as a junk room.
No, those are valuable grave goods. The pharaoh should not have to want for anything in the next world.
Seeds?
Just in case there's a famine in the next world.
A press for olive oil or something like that. I'd rather relax than work in the afterlife.
The pharaoh naturally would never operate the equipment himself. Hundreds of his most loyal slaves were buried with him.
I don't see any bones. I guess the slaves had a bit of a rethink about their loyalty after the pharaoh died. Listen, Shorty, I've got something I need to take care of outside. I'll set you down here and take you with me when I come back.
Very well.
All right, then. Cast off!